What's up guys, Jason here. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple and efficient automatic Minecraft Bedrock field farm. This farm works on 1.21 and on all platforms of Minecraft Bedrock, whether you play on a phone, tablet, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, or PC. As you guys can see here, this farm produces a ton of dried kelp blocks. By the way, dried kelp blocks are a great source of fuel for furnaces, blast furnaces, or smokers. Each dried kelp block can smelt 20 items. For this farm, you'll need 4 sand, 1 lever, 4 glass panes, 2 trapdoors, 6 ladders, 4 pistons, 2 sticky pistons, 10 hoppers, 2 crafters, 2 redstone comparators, 4 redstone repeaters, 4 redstone torches, 22 redstone, 2 signs, 2 slabs. By the way, you can use any slab that you want, 2 kelp, 4 smokers, 6 chests, 2 water buckets, and finally about a stack of 9 solid blocks. You can use any type of solid block that you want. A couple examples of solid blocks are smooth stone or cobblestone. The first step is to place 2 solid blocks. Then place a solid block over here and a solid block on this side as well. Now break this block. Then place a lever over here, redstone torch over here, and redstone repeater at this spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Now click this redstone repeater one time. As you guys can see there, that should make it look like that. Now place redstone over here. As you guys can see there, that should create a redstone clock. Once you have created that redstone clock, flick this lever down to shut it off. The next step is to place 4 solid blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then break these 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you have done that, place 2 pistons over here. Make sure those pistons are facing upwards. Now face this direction. Then place 2 redstone over here and a redstone repeater at the spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Then click this redstone repeater one time. As you guys can see there, that should cause the redstone repeater to look like that. That redstone repeater will delay the redstone signal to those pistons. Those pistons will prevent the sand from falling below the farm. Now place 2 redstone over here. The next step is to place 4 solid blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. At this point, make sure you didn't accidentally click on the redstone repeater again. Once you have placed those blocks, place 3 blocks over here and 2 sticky pistons over here. Make sure those sticky pistons are facing this way. Then place 3 blocks over here. After you have done that, go behind the farm. Then place 2 blocks over here. Then place 5 redstone like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That redstone will connect the redstone clock to those sticky pistons and the bottom pistons. The next step is to place 2 sand over here and 2 sand over here. Then place a solid block at each of these spots. That sand and sticky piston system will update the kelp so that it grows instantly. The next step is to place 2 solid blocks over here and 2 pistons over here. Make sure those pistons are facing this way. Those pistons will automatically harvest all of the kelp that grows in this farm. After you're done with that step, place 4 solid blocks over here, 4 over here, and 4 more over here. Then do the same thing on this side. Place 4 blocks over here, 4 over here, and 4 over here. Once you're done creating those walls, place 2 solid blocks over here. The next step is to place 2 slabs over here and 2 trapdoors over here. Those trapdoors will allow you to easily replant the kelp if it ever breaks. Then place 2 solid blocks over here. The next step is to place 2 solid blocks over here. Now crouch down and place 2 chests at the spot. Then crouch down and place 2 chests over here. Once you have done that, stand at this spot. Then break these 2 blocks. Now crouch down and place 2 hoppers over here. Make sure the nozzles of those hoppers are pointing that way towards those chests. Once you have done that, crouch down and place 4 hoppers over here. Make sure the nozzles of those 4 hoppers are pointing downwards. Once you have done that, place 4 smokers over here. Those smokers will smelt all of the kelp into dried kelp. Now break these 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then break these 2 blocks. Now dig 1 block down over here. After you have done that, break all the blocks in that outline. Once you are done with that step, break these 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place a solid block over here and a crafter on top of it. Make sure that part of the crafter is facing this way. This crafter will automatically turn all of the dried kelp into dried kelp blocks. The next step is to break these 2 blocks, and these 2 blocks as well. Then crouch down and place 2 hoppers over here. Make sure the nozzles of those hoppers are pointing that way towards that crafter. Now crouch down and place 2 hoppers over here. Make sure the nozzles of those 2 hoppers are pointing that way towards those hoppers. The next step is to place 4 solid blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then face this direction and place a redstone comparator at this spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone comparator are facing this crafter. Then click this redstone comparator 1 time. As you guys can see there, that should make that light turn on. Once you have done that, place a redstone repeater over here. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. Then place 7 redstone like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After you have done that, place a redstone comparator at this spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone comparator are facing this way. Now place a crafter over here. Then open the crafter. Now disable these 8 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you have done that, exit the crafter. Now crouch down and place 2 chests over here. That chest will be where all the dried kelp blocks are stored. The next step is to go up here. Then place a sign at this spot, and a sign over here. Those signs will ensure the water flows correctly. Once you have done that, place 2 glass panes over here, and 2 glass panes over here. Then go up here. Now place water in each of these slabs. Now plant 2 kelp over here. That will be the kelp that grows in this farm. At this point, the kelp chamber should look like that. The next step is to go behind the farm. Now place redstone at this spot. Then place a solid block over here and a redstone torch on top of it. Then place a solid block on that redstone torch and a redstone torch on top of this block. Now place a solid block over here and a redstone torch on top of it. It's important that you make this redstone torch tower correctly. The next step is to place 4 blocks over here. Then place 2 blocks over here. After you have done that, place a redstone repeater at the spot. Make sure the 2 prongs of that redstone repeater are facing that way. That redstone repeater will delay the redstone signal to those pistons. Now place 4 redstone over here. That redstone will connect the redstone clock to those pistons. The final step is to place 6 ladders over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those ladders will allow you to easily access the top of the farm so you can replant the kelp if it ever breaks. I am now going to do a quick fly around so you can check and make sure you've made this field farm correctly. Over here, there should be the kelp chamber. Down here, there should be the smelting system. This side should look like this. It should have that bottom redstone. The back should look like this. Finally, this side should have the redstone clock. I am now going to show you how to use this farm. To use it, first add some coal or other fuel to each of these smokers. By the way, the more fuel you add, the longer you will be able to use this farm for before having to add more fuel. The farm will be able to fuel itself later. Now flick this lever up. Then just wait. As you guys can see there, the sand and sticky piston system will update the kelp so that it grows instantly. The kelp that grows will then get harvested by those pistons. The harvested kelp will then get funneled into those chests. It will then get funneled down into those smokers. The smokers will smelt the kelp into dried kelp. The dried kelp will then get funneled into that crafter. Whenever there are 9 dried kelp in that crafter, it will create a dried kelp block. The dried kelp blocks will get funneled into this chest. This farm is a great quick and easy way to get a ton of dried kelp blocks. You can use the dried kelp blocks that you get from this farm to fuel it. By the way, this farm produces a lot more dried kelp than it uses. That is because it takes 9 dried kelp to create 1 dried kelp block, and each dried kelp block smelts 20 items. By the way, this farm produces kelp faster than it is smelted. As a result, kelp will eventually get stored in these chests. You should only have this farm turned on when you are standing near it. If you are going to leave the farm area or leave the world, first flick this lever down to shut it off. By the way, the smokers will continue to smell kelp even when the farm is turned off. If kelp in this farm ever breaks for you, you can easily replant it by going up here. If this farm does not work for you, make sure you did all the redstone correctly. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this simple and efficient automatic Minecraft Bedrock field farm. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other Minecraft videos. Thanks for watching!